Truth Seekers. Welcome back. Zach here. I should be finishing the book. I got a request. I wanted to honor it. If you didn't listen to my radio show this past Wednesday, Michael called in. He said his firstborn son is named Logan. He noticed there's an X-Men movie coming out on March 3rd called Logan, and he asked if I would look into it to see if anything stood out. And I told him I would on the radio show, and he just reminded me an hour again to please look into Logan. So very quickly, I looked at the film, and some things jumped out in a major way that I want to share with you. This is, again, proof of the worth of gematria. It reveals so many things in this world. If you've ever wondered how Hollywood decides to release their films, this language, it shows you that. Just one of many small things gematria can do. Gematria gives you further insight into the happenings of this world. And for people who don't appreciate that knowledge, I don't know what to say to you. I imagine you don't think knowledge is power. Gematria gives a lot of insight into a lot of things, even why movies are released as they are. So Michael understands the worth. That's why Michael follows the work. That's why Michael makes the requests. He appreciates the knowledge. And the beauty of gematria is when you understand this language, when you understand the numbers of significance, you can recognize things very quickly. I responded to him 16 minutes ago before I started this video. And, in 16 minutes time, this is what I can show you just from putting this much time into looking at this film and creating a blog post. So the first thing I did is I went to IMDb to see the length of the film. IMDb is usually accurate with film lengths. It says the film's 2 hours and 17 minutes for the US release March 3rd, 2017. 2 hours and 17 minutes is 137 minutes. 60 plus 60 plus 17. 137 is the 33rd prime number. 137, 33, special relationship that we talk about often in gematria. Washington, D.C. equals 137, the 33rd prime number. Federal equals 33, authority equals 137, special number. The Freemason Bible, Freemasonry obsessed with 33, a lot of Freemasonry in Hollywood, in government. The Freemason Bible is morals and dogma, which equals 137, the 33rd prime. The man who wrote that book, Albert Pike, the Confederate war general, the only Southerner from the South in the Civil War, he is the only man with a statue in Washington, D.C. Albert Pike, who wrote Morals and Dogma, the Freemason Bible, the only Southerner with a statue in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., 137, Morals and Dogma. The Freemason Lodge in Washington, D.C., 33 pillars on the outside. So anyhow, that was the first thing that was interesting. I thought I'd look at when Hugh Jackman's birthday is, and I noticed his 49th birthday's upcoming. He's currently 48, which couldn't be any more perfect for this film. This film comes out in 2017. He'll turn 49 October 12th, 2017. In the language of gematria, the alphabetic order, Logan equals 49. The name Wolverine, with the reduction method, also has gematria 48, like Hollywood, which we'll get to. And it's perfectly synced up with his upcoming 49th birthday. Notice, from March 3rd to October 12th, from the release of the film Logan, which Hugh Jackman stars in, to his 49th birthday, is 223 days. 223 is the 48th prime number. We were just talking about how last night in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the New York Knicks, the over-under before the game was 223 points on February 23rd, 2/23. And the game finished 119 to 104, a sum of 223 points. The star players of the Cavs are number 2 and number 23. And LeBron James got his 48th career triple-double. 223, the 48th prime. New York also happens to have gematria 48. So look at this. I mean, I was able to catch all of these things in moments just because I'm aware of the language. To explain it takes a little bit more time. But even to look at what I've done. I've responded to Michael's comment. I've created an entire blog post on it, and now I'm uploading a video. And all this is getting done in about a half hour's time. It's a half hour I should be spending on the book. But you know what? Right now I'm trying to show people just how relevant this language is, how often you can apply it. And the reason it's so applicable is because the people who are doing this, the Freemasons, the Zionists in high places, they are the people who run our government, run our media, control Hollywood, control these sports leagues, and they do it all by this numerological code. It's a religion to them. It's spirituality. Look up Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. This is what this is. So look at this. Again, 137 minutes, 137, the 33rd prime number. If you don't know about the website Number Empire, you can type in any number here, and it will tell you properties of the number. 137, the 33rd prime. We talked about how 223 was the 48th prime. You can also come to gematrinator.com. Up on the top, it has the same search functionality. 223, the 48th prime. 137, the 33rd prime. Another important one that we talk about so often is 41, the 13th prime. USA equals 41. 13 colonies, 13 stripes, 13 years of public school programming, where they don't tell you anything about gematria, which your language is based on. The people who made the language, they know. So why didn't they want the people to know, right? Just in case you didn't know, follow here. The ordinal is the alphabetic order, the most important format. These two formats right here, the most interrelated. Gematria, the same as English. Perfect match. And then things like alphabetic order reduced, also 74, and 137, the 33rd prime. Remember the word order's 33. If you type in the first 6 letters of the alphabet and reverse, it's 33. Notice also the 141. If you type in the last 6 letters, which I have to think about for a second, we know it's Z. I can't think backwards right now. Oh my goodness, Truth Seeker. Why do That's why. I'm trying to write it backwards and it's putting it the wrong way. Funny. There it is. TUVWXYZ. That took way too long, but notice the last 6, 33, 141 forwards, and the first 6, the same thing in reverse. And these gematria methods are interrelated. Interrelated. The reason the first 6 letters is significant is because 33 in numerology is 3 plus 3 equals 6. They have a relationship in numbers. Perfect reflections of each other. So anyway, this film, 137 minutes, the 33rd prime number. The film comes out March 3rd, 3/3/2017, which is a date with 23 numerology. The name Logan in reverse happens to be 23. Special number, the word symbols 23. The word kings 23. In the NBA, King James wears 23. Think about the symbol that Michael Jordan was. That's back when everybody was Michael, right? The actors, the athletes, the most amazing boxer. Everybody was Michael back then. Michael's a name that has 33 gematria. But anyway, Hugh Jackman playing the part of Logan. Hugh Jackman's going to turn 49 years old later this year using the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Currently 48. The film's coming out 223 days before his 49th birthday. In the book of Revelation, Revelation equals 49, it says the false Jews will rule in the end times. Their name is the synagogue of Satan. They claim to be Jews. They are not. In this world, we call them Jewish, Zionist. The Synagogue of Satan equals 223, like Masonic. Again, 223 is the 48th prime. Notice that Hollywood and Freemason both have gematria of 48, as does Wolverine. This movie's based on the Wolverine character. So it couldn't be any more perfect. Just wanted to explain it with enough information. I always assume people watch my videos for the first time. So, I got to reach a wide audience. A lot of people look at this gematria and they just think it's all a joke in seconds without taking any time. That's the thing about the American people. The American people who don't know jack shit, who don't pay attention to anything. If you speak out, you realize they know it all. They already know everything. They don't need to know anything else, even they don't know jack shit about anything. The American mentality. People that can tell you about their favorite TV show, celebrity, sports team, brand of clothing, the jeans they own, their car, whatever. They know about this kind of shit, but they don't know about anything else. But anytime somebody tries to speak on anything, they just already know that, they don't need to know anything about that. The American mindset. It's like a terrible magical spell over the land. So this one's for Michael and everybody else who asked about Logan. This is why the film's coming out March 3rd in the U.S. Until next time, Truth Seeker. Core. One last point. I gotta plug the Gematrinator calculator. In reverse reduction, Hollywood is also 33. Here we're talking about a well-timed Hollywood release on March 3rd, 3-3. Just this past Friday, February 17th, the movie The Great Wall came out. February 17th is the 48th day of the year. 31 days in January, 17 in February, 48th day. The word wall sums to 48. So does the name Donald Trump. Donald Trump sums to 48, who ran on building a wall. Donald Trump was announced as the 45th president on November 9th, the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Donald Trump, who ran on a wall, now has a movie about a wall come out right after he takes office on the 48th day of the year. A white actor, Matt Damon, in a movie about a wall in Asia. Hollywood's so ridiculous, right? The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise. The Last of the Mohicans, Daniel Day-Lewis. So anyway, I want you to think about this. Donald Trump, who has this 48 connection, Donald Trump equals 48 the small way. He had his convention in Cleveland where the Cavaliers play. Notice that Cleveland's 48 in reverse. And LeBron James just had a TV show come out called The Wall. The Wall, LeBron James, Cleveland, Donald Trump. On November 10th, Donald Trump went to the White House for the first time in his life, as it was reported. The Cleveland Cavaliers that same day, November 10th, went to the White House to be congratulated for the NBA Finals. Same day, Trump had his convention in Cleveland right after the Cavs won the finals. That same day, it was a Thursday, November 10th. Thursday night football in the NFL was the Cleveland Browns in Baltimore to face the Ravens just down the street from the White House. And the Ravens, they got their football team when Cleveland lost theirs once upon a time. Then Cleveland got the Browns back. And, just for good measure, Cleveland, one of the only cities in the nation with 33 gematria. New York, the only one I'm aware of with reverse 33 gematria. So I don't want to get off topic, but just think about it. LeBron, you see the 33 reverse. James, 33 reverse. In Cleveland, the only city with 33 gematria. Last year, the Cavs were the 33rd team to be down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. The first ever to come back from 3-1 while LeBron was 31. 31's the 11th prime. Basketball equals 31. Curry equals 31. The Warriors came back from down 3-1. The Cubs came back from 3-1. Year of the comeback. I guess year of the underdog. All right, Truth Seeker, but there it is. Logan, March 3rd, 2017, and now you know why. Until next time. encore. I thought I should look into the name Logan in light of Michael's son being named Logan and it being the name of the film. Logan is a Scottish surname. That's how it's recognized. That's interesting right away because it's Scottish Rite Freemasonry that runs the show. Everything we've talked about, this is the product of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, the English language, and more. Notice that Scottish sums to 113. You might be aware that this number is often coded into films. Pixar says they put it in all of their films. The words mainstream and dishonest also have the 113 gematria. Mainstream, dishonest, 113. I want to come back to Scottish. Notice that Scottish is also 49 in reverse, like Logan, and it says that the name means the word hollow. What stood out to me about that is Logan. Notice the gematria of Logan, 23 in reverse, like the numerology of the film. Hollow also has that gematria of 23 in that way. And being aware of this reverse gematria, I really do think these are the building blocks of how the English language was constructed. If you haven't seen the videos I've put out in the last couple weeks on this subject, there's just too many amazing synchronicities. Seems undeniable. And again, Hollywood, 33 in reverse. Couldn't be any more fitting. Notice the ordinal gematria of 129. In Jewish gematria, America, well, I should mention that Jewish and Masonic is 74 like English and gematria, but in Jewish gematria, America is 129. Using the alphabetic order, it's 50 like the 50 states. But it is interesting that synchronicity between Hollywood and America in light of the society we live in. A society raised on movies and television. There's a book I had to read in college, Movie Made America. It's hard to deny. The people who run the show, they know how to inspire and influence the minds of the masses. That's why they rule, and these are the techniques they rule by. Entertainment, crucial. But who knew it was entertainment by the numbers? Well, now you do. Until next time.